Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to the Operation Heal 100 Hearts channel where we focus on healing, humor, and hot topics. If you're here, then you love the healing segment of my channel where we do our Dear Deidre letters. So let's get started on this Dear Deidre letter. But in the meantime, while I'm prepping, get my glasses on and stuff, please make sure if you're new to my channel, please sure you subscribe and you hit the notification bell so you can get all my videos when I drop them. Also, please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. Hitting the thumbs up is how you get me in the algorithm, and it's also how you support my channel for free. Also, do not leave. Stick around, stick around, stick around, because I want you to hear the Dear Deidre letter, and then I want to hear your feedback in the comment section. Alrighty, let's see what we're talking today. Hi, Dear Deidre, my favorite plus size heart healer. I love you, which is why I reached out to you for your advice. You have inspired me, and as of lately, I went on a body transformation journey, and I successfully lost 65 pounds. You better go, girl. Like you, I'm trying to drive a dope boy crazy. I've been seeing one of my joints for about a year now. It's been gradual and enjoyable for the most part. It's really been a sexual thing, which I didn't mind because I honestly felt like before my weight loss, my self-esteem was so low that I didn't have the desire to want to do much else. Now with my newfound attitude and wardrobe, yes, girl, spandex every day, I'm ready to pop out. I've been inquiring with him about dates and vacations, and he's been avoiding the conversation heavily, which baffles me because it's something he loves to do, which led me to believe that he just doesn't want to do any of those things with me. That thought infuriates me because it feeds my insecurities, which I fought so hard to try and get rid of. When I finally said something directly about him not wanting to be seen with me in public, he said, "It ain't that, it's just that I don't want people in my business," which a part of me to some degree believes that because he's fairly a private person, and the other part of me thinks it's plain old BS. I like him and what we have going on, but I don't want to continue entertaining them who may actually be just playing in my face. What do you think I should do? Signed, is it privacy or is he hiding me? Oh, okay, girl. Okay. Right. Okay. 12. First of all, let me congratulate you, my plus size sister. I love you right back. And congratulations on your weight loss journey. It is the absolute best thing that you can do for yourself. I tell everybody, don't get me wrong, you do love the way you look and feel. But you also have to know that the weight loss journey really, really, really adds so many years onto your life because you have now worked on your health, which is a beautiful thing. So, like I said, congratulations. I'm so proud of you. If you have any tips for me, please share them with me because I'm continuously trying to battle the spirit of obesity, which runs rampant in my family. So, okay. All right, girlfriend. I want to say a few things. Right? Because I heard what you said about you brought up to him, like, let's rock and roll, let's start doing things we don't normally do, and he on some chill, I just like things the way that they were. I've been there. I won't necessarily say I've been there with the whole feeling like you're hiding me, so to speak, but I've been there in the sense of when you decide to change the vibe. Right, when you decide to change the vibe, you got him used to something, and now he wants it to continue that way. I think a clear-cut conversation needs to be had on your new set of expectations. And I think in having that conversation, you have to factor in two things. One, it may elevate y'all, and two, it may disintegrate y'all. And that's the long and the short of it. Right, what I learned about relationships, because this is not just for men to women, not just for women to men, but it's both. When a person wants you, nothing can keep them away, and when they don't want you, nothing can make them stay. Let me repeat. When a person wants you, nothing can keep them away. And when a person doesn't, nothing can make them stay. Right? So I could see a person, if they're not interested in the future with a person, them trying to, make it seem as though you changing the way things normally were because they like the way things normally were is your fault or your issue. Not at all. Not at all. There's a new set of expectations. There's a new set of expectations, and I don't think, from what it sounds like to me, and you could clarify with me, I don't know, is this new set of expectations just with him, or is this what you're looking forward in the future for any man? Right? Because it's one thing to say I'm looking to be in a relationship, and it's another thing to say I like this person so much, so I want to be in a relationship with him. So I want you to clarify for me, what does that look like? Does it look like, I really like him and we've been spending so much time together, so I want to be with him? Or I'm just looking to be in a relationship, period, right? That's one of the two things I would like to know. But either way, we can play devil's advocate on both of them. Starting with the first one. We've been spending time together. I like you. I think I've gotten to know you. I've gotten to know you to a certain degree that we can move forward, so let's move forward. If you're interested in moving forward, you can only do that when the other person is willing to do so. And let me run my comment back that I said before. If a motherfucker wants you, nothing can keep them away. And if a motherfucker don't, nothing can make them stay. Let me run that back. If a motherfucker wants you, nothing can keep them away. And if a motherfucker don't, nothing can make them stay. So I don't care if you change your expectations to him becoming a Mormon and moving to fucking Idaho. If he want to be with you, he going to pack it up, pack it in, and get on where he got to go. So if he does try to use the approach of, we was chilling, why you changing things up now? We was all good because I have a new set of expectations. And I'm allowed to change my mind, and I'm allowed to change the rules. And vice versa. You are as well. It's just a matter of the other person that I'm changing the rules on and with. Are they compliant with that? And if they're not, that's okay. Because there are other folks around that will comply. So I think that with these new set of expectations, they need to be clear that they are not negotiable. They're not negotiable. Because I don't know if in the past, if you have, set an expectation, and when it wasn't met, you kind of let it fall by the wayside, right? I wonder, because you didn't share before, I asked him about this a year ago and he just left it alone. No, you making it seem as though, these conversations just came about. So if you are now sharing that you're setting a different expectation for the relationship that you want to have, you have to be very clear that it's not negotiable. Because if that's not what he wants to have, then he going to put some stipulations on it and make it seem like it was just a request. Excuse me? So, I will say this. This all goes back to who you are, what you require, and what you're going to stand for. Like you said, initially when you guys went into it, I don't know if there was a real conversation about it, but however, when you both went into it assuming that it was going to go A, B, C way. And that's cool, that's fine. Like you said, you were down with that. Obviously, he was down with that, and that works. But now if you want to incorporate D, E, F, that's okay. That's okay. It's just about making him aware and making sure he's on the same page. But the other caveat to that, which is the biggest piece of it all, is that if he's not, what are you going to do? Because oftentimes we as women, we put out empty threats. We put out empty threats, and we put out empty promises because of how we feel. So sometimes it would be like, if you lie again, I'm going to leave you. And if you cheat again, I'm out of here. And again, we don't do it intentionally. We don't do it intentionally. Most times you do it because you really mean what you say, but you can't stand on what you mean because of the feelings you have for that person. Right? So I understand that all too well. I've been there. I know that place, right? What I had to learn is to be confident in myself that I'm not setting these expectations and I'm not putting these things out there for no reason. They contribute to who I am as a woman. And if I can be honored and valued as a woman that I am and the things that I expect, then you are not the person for me. No matter how much I may like you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're putting an expectation out there, make sure it's true to you. And if it's true to your core and it's a part of your value system, and if it's who you are today, If a person can't be in compliance with it, then they're not your person. And it's okay to let that person go. I didn't say it was easy. I didn't say it was easy. Now that requires Operation Hill 100 Heart session. But it's okay to do it. Because let me tell you something that God will always do. He will always bring your people. We all get our people. It's just a matter of having the discipline and the self-respect and a confidence to dismiss the folks that are not your people. And I'm going to be very honest with you, mommy. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard. So say, for example, if you have been the daughter, right? I'll use that. Say you have been the daughter that if something happens, you are the person that's going to come live with a person and nurse them back to health and so on and so forth, right? Say you've been that daughter. You've been that daughter in the family. Say your parents have 10 children, and out the other 10, they come and go as they please, but you always been the daughter to stuck around and do what you need to do. Now you turn 30 years old, and you saying to yourself, you know what? I want to go back to nursing school and be a nurse. That requires studying, that requires setting aside some time, that requires internships, that requires a lot, which takes away from you being the daughter that shows up for everything. That's not going to sit well with everybody because they're so used to who you used to be. But if they're your people, they're going to understand, like, nah, you being a nurse, that's your passion. You always love that. You always took care of people. I see where you going with this, so I got it. You can't come to my game. That's cool, Lord, sis. Or you can't come over here and give mommy her insulin. That's cool, sis. Or you can't show up for the Christmas dinner. That's cool, sis. You know why we understand? Because we understand you doing something that's important to you and where you trying to go now. And because I'm your people, I understand that. So that's the same thing in a relationship. Granted, if you and him are on totally different paths, and again, you could have started off on the same one. It happens like that. It happens like that. It happens like that in relationships. It happens like that with family. It happens like that in friendships. It happens like that in marriages. You start off on one path, which is we are very like-minded, we want the same things, yada, yada, yada. But sometimes as folks grow and do what they need to do for themselves individually, you start to see that we may be growing on separate paths. The way to keep things together is to understand and respect someone's individual path and still be able to stay connected to them. But if you can't understand their individual path and you can't try to connect with them on that path and to any degree, then you might not be my people. And that's okay. That's okay. let me continuously say that. That's okay. Because you will hear a lot of times people will say things to you like, well, I'm your niece. Well, I'm your mother. Well, I'm your teacher. Well, I'm your mentor. So they want you to now set aside your journey and your path to continue accommodating them. That's a no. That's a HMFN. That's what I call it at my job, a hell no. You know why? Because you will look up when you old and gray, and you will be very resentful and very angry and very bitter because you lived your life for everybody else. So let's bring it back to old boy. If he is really your people, he's going to get on board with your new set of expectations. And the fact that you was even willing to propose these expectations to him lets me know that you feel like y'all have enough history and time spent for him to be able to oblige, right? Because I'll give you an example. Let's just say if y'all wasn't really cool like that, you know, and you kind of knew like he bangs with me, but he don't really bangs with me. You wouldn't have felt the comfort to be like, yo, we need to start going on dates. Yo, we need to up the ante. You felt that way because of the stuff y'all do together. Y'all mad cool. Y'all enjoy each other's company. Y'all always have a good time together. So there was a reason why you said, listen, let's see if we can take this thing to the next level. And he's aware that there's a reason that you said that, but he can also be very much aware that that's not what he's ready for. That's okay. Bro, I'm not trying to force you to be ready for that. But what you have to understand is I'm not going to wait for you to get ready, baby, okay? Because there's people out there, my people, who is ready to have what I have and what I want. And me here waiting on you is the longer it's taking me to get to who? My people. The one thing that I learned, right, and I know a lot of people are not heavily religious, I'm one of them, but I am heavily spiritual, right? And the one thing that I learned about the spirits is they always guide you in the right direction. And I remember going through transitions in every relationship in my life, family, friends, romantic relationships. And every time, my issue was that this can't be replaced. This can't be replenished. So I got to hold on to this for dear life because I'll never have this again. And when I started my healing journey, the one thing that God showed me was no, you won't have this again. It won't be nothing like it, baby. It'll be better. What I'm giving you is going to be better. I love a meme. I always talk about memes. I'm in love with memes. There's a meme where you see it's supposed to be a guy. You could tell they're trying to portray that he's God, and it's a little kid, and God is telling the little kid, give him the teddy bear. It's the teddy bear the little kid had, and the little kid is like, no, I need it. But as God is saying, give him the teddy bear, he have a huge teddy bear behind his back, and I equate that to my life. I equate that to my life because you there trying to ask a man or beg a man or manipulate a man or convince a man to do something that is probably another man is waiting in the wings to do for you without you even asking. So once again, if your expectations have shifted, mommy, you have to be honest and clear and stand firm on that. And if folks cannot get on board with the new set of expectations, you have to be honest and clear and firm on how you want to dismiss them from your life. And granted, it doesn't have to be any malice. We ain't got no smoke. I'm not angry with you. It's not a problem. Don't make it seem like, we got beef. No. You can walk away amicably. So it doesn't have to be that. Because, sometimes guys will think, you were just mad at me. It's not I'm angry. It's just that I have a new set of expectations that you're making clear you're not willing to stand up to or meet. Okay, so I'm letting you know because of that, I'm going to be over here with the folks that can meet the expectations and rise up to them. You know why, baby? Because those are my people. And that's okay. That's A-okay. Right? So I understand that, when you didn't feel your best, which is like you said, physically, I didn't look my best. I didn't really require much. I'm so proud of you for being able to say, no, I shifted, I changed, and I did everything I needed to do for me so I can be my best. And now, in turn, I am only accepting the best. And if what I'm getting right now from this individual is not the best, then I have to, A, give him the opportunity to level up and give me the best, or move forward, because the best is out there for me and it is yet to come. Okay? So once again, you hit him with the he. You hit him with the he. Hey, how you doing? I just want to holler at you because I wasn't really feeling and digging what was going on, but I understand you couldn't understand where I was coming from when I was saying I wasn't feeling and digging. So let me be clear with you. I know before we used to have fun, right? I love that fun. That was mad cool to me. But lately, I've been in a space that I want to start doing boom, 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 boom. Is that something you're interested in? Yes. When are you interested? I'm interested in on Monday, or I'm interested in the 2028. And again, whenever he shares he's interested in going to that next level with you, then you figure out if that works for you. Or if he shares that he isn't interested, then you move forward. You move forward. The one thing I will say that I learned not to allow, and I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to do this because everybody is different and you know that person better than I do. I actually don't know this person at all. So I can't say what they could mean or not, but this is the one thing I remember that I didn't allow once I got on my healing journey. Because I remember I had a person tell me, no, just chill and let it all play out. If it's meant to go there, it's going to go there. Bitch, it's not gonna go no motherfucking way if you don't put no fucking effort into it. You ain't put no motherfucking effort, that's why they fucking going away. Bitch, the fuck you so like no, that whole it is what it is, and no. That's the excuse you're trying to give to string me along. Because what happens with things that go places is that people put effort into where they go. And what you're telling me is you don't want to put no effort into it. You want to just let the universe miraculously make it happen. Bitch, do you sit home and then pray for your check, or do you go to work and work for it? Don't fucking pray. Listen, girl. My plus size home girl. Don't let nobody play in your face. Don't let nobody play in your face. At the end of the day, if you trust and believe that this guy can shift to meet your expectations, then you be patient with him, because that's what people do that's meant for them. That's what your people do for you. They understand who you are and they have patience with you and they love you, if that's what you can do. Right? But don't do anything that you can't do in order to please somebody else. So if it's something that you can do, fine. You wait on and you see what you can do and you be patient and you love, because that's your little boo. But if you find yourself compromising yourself just to try to let this person get, no, they're playing in your face, baby. They're playing in your face. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I will say. What I will say is be very clear on what the new expectation is, right? Don't let him be like, oh, I didn't know it was like, no, you could never say that you didn't know it was like that, because I made it clear what the expectation was, right? That's the start. Be very clear. Communicate it very clearly to him. Hi. Remember before when you used to only come over at 2 a.m. and we used to rock and roll every 2 Saturdays out the month? I'm letting you know 2 a.m. is not going to go, and it's not going to be only every 2 Saturdays, right? Be clear, right? And after you're clear, you give him the opportunity to do the same. I'm going to tell you something that I learned about men, and I believe this to my heart and my core. You do not pay one single drip of attention to words. You pay every bit of attention to actions. I'm going to say what I said earlier, and I'm always say this. If I want you, nothing can keep them away. And if I want you, don't want you, nothing can make them stay. So you could let a man say whatever he wants in those moments. You pay attention to everything he does after what he says. And if he stands on his word, then that's your people, mommy. Go with your people. Your people. Go on with your people. You know, because if he's your people, that's going to show. He's going to shift and he's going to rise to meet that expectation. But sweetie, if that's not your people, it don't matter how you break it down. It does not matter what you say. It does not matter what you feel. It does not matter what time of day it was. It don't matter if it's Ramadan. It don't matter if it's Lent. It don't matter if it's summer, winter, spring, or fall. None of that's going to matter. None of that is going to matter if he's not your people. But if he's your people, baby, I promise you, he going to get right. And I'm also going to tell you this. If he's not around, if he's not your people, don't wait around until he make you miserable figuring it out. Pray to God to be able to understand and accept that outside is the bigger teddy bear. You do not have to hold on to this little one. Okay? So my dear, I pray to the heavenly skies above that I was able to assist you as best I can. You know, my plus size homegirl, nobody playing up her face. But I want to say this because I was having this conversation once again for the 50th time when the Reesa Teesa thing came out. I think a lot of times people feel like certain behaviors are only relegated to plus size people. That's not true. But that's a separate video, so make sure you guys hit the notification bell so when I drop that, we'll be able to have some dialogue about it. I might talk about it on Live at 5 tomorrow. Live at 5 on Tuesday, and I don't know what day I'm going to drop this, so I can't say tomorrow. But in any event, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the support. You guys don't even know. Make sure if you're new to my channel, you subscribe, you hit the notification bell so you could get when I drop the Dear Deejas, the Damn Deejas, the Live at 5, my shorts, and everything else that's coming, because I have a whole lot of content coming for you guys. Conversations with Khadija is coming. It's about to be up and stuff. Also, please do me a favor, drop down in the comment section. Drop down in the comment section and let me hear your feedback. Have you ever faced insecurities in a relationship? You know, have some men, have you had some men who refused to live up to your expectations? Have you stuck around for it? Did you flee the scene? What was the outcome of that? Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all feedback. I do not debate or delete. And I also want us to have some dialogue about what we can do to assist this person while they're on their healing journey. I appreciate you guys for writing into Dear Deeja. I love to do them, and you have a blessed day.